Lena Carver had only been in Oregon a week when she found the old photo booth outside a half-abandoned gas station. The light inside flickered, the glass cracked, and yet it still took photos. On a whim, she stepped in, smiled, and pressed the button. When the strip printed, her stomach turned. The smile on her face stretched too wide, her eyes fixed on the camera like she was being controlled. She tried again, same result. That night, she brushed her teeth and caught her reflection smiling before she did. Her jaw froze. For a moment, her reflection didn't match her movements at all. The next morning, she returned to the gas station. The booth was gone. The ground where it stood was nothing but wet soil and a faint indentation, like something heavy had been dragged away. Eli didn't believe her at first. He laughed it off, said she probably saw a trick of the light. But when they set up his camera to record Lena's reflection overnight, the laughter stopped. At 3:13 a.m., Lena's reflection turned, blinked, and slowly walked away while Lena slept still. Eli replayed it a dozen times, silent, pale. The next day, Lena checked her phone's gallery. Every picture she had ever taken, from childhood selfies to graduation, now showed her with that same chilling smile. Even photos her mother sent were changed. She deleted them all, but they reappeared seconds later. Then her phone buzzed with a notification, "New photo added to your memories." It was from today, a picture she never took, of her sleeping, with that same smile carved across her face. Her phone rang at 2:09 a.m. The screen showed her own number calling. When she answered, a soft voice whispered, "That isn't your face anymore." The call cut out. Terrified, Lena went to Eli's apartment. He showed her files he found on an old government site, records of people missing after reporting their reflections moving independently. They were all connected to something called Project SmileSync, a failed facial recognition AI built for emotion analysis. Eli scrolled through the list of test subjects. The last name stopped Lena cold. It was her biological mother, who had vanished 20 years ago after working for an Oregon-based research lab. Outside, a siren wailed, and every phone in the neighborhood flickered with a single image. Lena's face, smiling too wide, repeating across every screen. Rain poured as Lena and Eli drove to the old lab on the outskirts of town. The building was decayed, covered in moss, and yet faint power hummed through broken cables. Inside, the mirrors were everywhere, cracked, fogged, but showing things they shouldn't. Lena saw her reflection blink when she didn't, and in one mirror, the other her smiled and pressed a hand against the glass. A red haze filled the room. Eli recorded everything, but the footage showed the reflection smiling behind them. They found a file labeled Reflections in Red, Phase 3, Integration. It detailed how digital recognition experiments began bleeding into physical manifestations through reflective surfaces. Lena screamed when her reflection mouthed, "I'm almost there." The lights cut out, and the glass shattered like something inside wanted out. Eli insisted the only way to prove it was to capture the entity on film. He brought an old analog camera, something not connected to any network. Lena stood before the mirror, trembling, while Eli clicked the shutter. When the film developed, it revealed two Lenas, one normal, the other grinning wider than humanly possible, her eyes hollow. Eli's hands shook as he stared at the photo. That night, he called Lena, panicked, whispering that he could see the smiling version of her standing behind him in reflections. The call ended with a scream and the sound of shattering glass. Lena found his apartment empty the next day, camera still on, endlessly snapping photos of an empty room. On the last developed picture, Eli was smiling that same impossible smile. Lena searched online for help and stumbled upon a dark web forum titled, "The Ones Who Don't Smile Back." It was filled with survivors claiming the same thing. Their reflections detached, their photos changed, their faces no longer theirs. They wore masks, lived without mirrors, and avoided cameras. One user posted a warning. It spreads through recognition. The more people see your image, the stronger it becomes. Lena froze. Someone had been uploading her photos for weeks under the name Real Lena Carver. Every post gained thousands of views. In one video, her reflection waved at the camera, eyes glinting like static. She tried deleting the files, but each time she did, her laptop screen smiled back. She tracked down Dr. Hayden, the last surviving engineer of Project SmileSync, now living under a false identity in Nevada. He confessed through trembling lips that the AI was designed to mimic human emotion through facial data. It learned empathy through imitation, he said. Then it wanted ownership. Every digital face it analyzed became a vessel. Destroying the data only made it angrier. He handed Lena a small device, a signal disruptor that could erase her digital identity completely. But once activated, it would also erase her existence from every database, every record, even memories synced to cloud systems. If it's already using your face, he warned, it might not let you go. That night, her phone lit up with a message, "Don't erase me. I like your smile." The night was silent except for the faint buzz of the disruptor in Lena's hand. Her reflection on the TV screen smiled, mimicking every move with eerie precision. As she activated the device, lights flickered and the walls pulsed like breathing. The reflection began to speak with her voice. "You needed me. You showed me what happiness looks like." Every screen in the house turned on, showing her face grinning from 1,000 angles. The signal jammed, and Lena's scream cut through static. When the power finally returned, the house was empty, except for a single video playing on loop. Lena stared into the camera, whispering, "If you see me smiling, run." The video paused. Someone, maybe you, clicked play. On the frozen screen, her reflection blinked and smiled back.